Aquava, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is my husband, Tony. We are documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return. And in this video,
she gone.
So let's get this video started. Hey Tony.
Hey yo.
How are you?
I would be better, but you left me.
So hello to everyone who is out there joining us live. We go live the last Friday of every month, and let me just say, I enjoy our lives. I really do. You do too?
Yeah. They start out kind of, like slow, and then once we get rolling, it's like we can't stop. So I don't want to stop.
The boys asked me how long this one was going to be, and I was like, hopefully like an hour, but probably more like an hour and a half. We sometimes end up at 2, but we just it's so much fun talking to everyone in the comments, and we just have so much fun.
You're right. Once we get the comments going, it's like you want to ask your questions and stuff like that, and be like, hey, we're the party at afterwards.
Well, let's not leave too much to the imagination here, but we're not together.
Nope.
We're not together. I did leave you. You could have come with me. There were more seats on the plane. It wasn't like, I took them all.
The plane, and so people know, the plane to any place outside of Ghana is not a place I'm interested in going. So,
well, the boys and I hopped on a plane, and we are back in the U.S. I had a death in the family. My oldest living relative on my mother's side passed. So kind of I guess she'd be like a matriarch for us, really, because she had lots of history in her. So she passed on, and we were fortunate to be able to attend her funeral. So we're not together. Tony's left behind.
And you're loving every minute of it. Like, woohoo, I'm gone.
Okay, so real talk here, just for everybody who's watching. Tony and I have not been talking a lot during the last couple weeks because I'm busy, y'all. I'm just busy. Do you know how many family members were asking, not where were you, but when will we be back?
Oh, have they not been watching?
Okay, they would ask where you were as like the second or third follow-up question. But the first question is, it's been a while. When are you moving back? That question was like top of mind.
Yeah, they're like, oh, y'all serious, huh?
Well, what's funny is then I overheard my mom kind of talking to family members, and she basically was like, oh, soon. They'll be back soon. That was a lot of dead silent air there. Did your mute? Hello, are you still there? Did you freeze?
Hey T. Oh, T's checking in. I just want to say, hey y'all. No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of that idea. So here I be.
You're not a fan of the idea of moving back to the States ever?
Well, no, I'd be here, yo. Sorry.
It's very interesting. I feel like this is an interesting conversation for us this time that we're having live.
Yeah, I think because now you get to see, okay, the past couple years, how the boys are and how, socially they are, and you get to compare that, and it's like, I don't want to hear the comparison.
Well, I mean, that was a huge part of this, right? I mean, probably the like mothery melt your heart moment was when Leo jumped out of the car and ran to Carson and Sydney to hug them and kiss them. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, when I get out of the car, I want to run and hug Carson and Sydney too.
Well, you'll hobble. It'll be more like a
yeah. I like walk fast. I'm like, hey,
So I'm just saying that, you know, in the columns.
Well, definitely, I know that there's a lot of family there that the kids miss, I miss, but at the same time, just like I'm seeing you, I'm like, hey, all the millions of people out there who will eventually see this, they'll be like, hey, so we can see each other.
So how would you feel? We're putting this all out there on on YouTube. How would you feel if we spent 2 months out here without you?
I'd be nervous. I'd be real like even now, like you tell me going places like, oh, okay, as
Oh
long
my
as
god, I did think about you. I was driving. Oh my gosh, I was driving and a cop pulled out behind me and I was going like 2 miles over the speed limit, but
Mhm.
I was in the last time I saw a black person was when I looked in the Mirror Town. I don't know if you know where that is on the map, but it's just north of.
Yeah, I know that area.
Anyway, I felt really anxious and I thought about you and I was like, "Oh, this is the thing Tony hates." And
Yeah.
and even my mom was like, "I hope you don't get pulled over driving while black, haha." And I was like, "Don't even say it out loud. Why would
Oh,
you say it?"
it's definitely something to think about, and just while you're gone, there was another school shooting in St.
Yeah.
Louis, and I was like, I think about things like that. I'm like, the safety of just being out doing normal things that here, I don't even think about going to the mall. I just go to the mall. I don't think, let me hurry up getting out of this mall before something happens. Let me hurry up getting out of this grocery store before something happens. Let me hurry up and get in and out of this concert, this club, this venue, wherever I go. I don't have that. And like the thing, like you said, the police speeding today, saw police cars zoom by them. Didn't even think, it was just like, glad you went in my way and I have to zoom around you. Zoom.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't, I even the first day that I was driving, I almost did a double left, a Ghana double left, and I was like, "Oh, oh, don't do that. Can't do that here." So
Mm.
anyway, well, let's
They gotta do you sneaking around another car to
like,
turn.
double left.
Like,
You know a double left?
you're crazy.
That's a Ghana normal, a double left.
Yeah, it is.
Well, so I had to hold myself back from my double lefts.
Wait,
Anyway,
excuse me.
let's jump into the comments and say hi to some folks who've been waiting out here.
Sorry,
Ms.
sorry about that.
Watson,
I'm looking
how
for
are
your
you?
in your office.
What are you looking for?
Your tissue box in your office. I thought you
Oh,
had.
on your right-hand side on the second shelf, all the way to the right.
I see
Ms.
it.
Watson, I'm excited that you're watching live from Ghana. Hey!
All right. Hey, yeah, hey, Miss Watson, I saw you said you're here this time.
Yay! That's
All
so
right.
awesome. Antonio, how are you? We are doing really good.
Yeah, we're
Let's
fine.
see. As Queen Rob. Aw.
Yeah, it was bait.
But you know what? I think we
No,
got a
she's
lot of real
gone.
talk. This is like real talk either
Yeah,
way.
she's gone. She's been gone a minute. It's not in. Yeah,
And I have to tell you,
and
the
she's
family
gone
event,
for a while.
yeah, I'm fielding a ton of the when are you coming back questions. A ton. Like every cousin I ran into was like, we're missing you at all the stuff. When are you coming back?
You just tell people, I'll come back when you come and visit me. Come visit me, then I'll consider coming back. Then I'll know you really miss me, that you actually came to see me. How about that?
So I have a quick story to tell you, but and you'll have to tell me if this is YouTube appropriate, although it will be too late once I actually tell the story. So we were out at the pool and this little girl comes up to me and says, "Your son was bullying me." And I was like, "Oh, really? What did he do?" And she goes, "He was calling me names." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Okay." And then she goes, "My daddy says if he does it again, he's going to come over here." And I was like, you know what? I haven't had an angry black woman moment in about 2 years. Hold on, let me get my other earring real fast. Tell your daddy to come on over here. But I talked to Leo right after the little girl left. I talked to Leo and I was like, well, what happened? And he was like, she kept splashing me and she wouldn't stop. And so I told her to stop and I called her stupid. And I was like, oh, okay, go ahead, get out of the pool.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of that though too, where it was like, he's in a pool and how many kids look like him?
Yeah.
Two.
I got this thing when situations like that happen that white men seem to be emboldened by the lack of presence of a black man to be more confrontational. I don't think, if I was sitting there, I don't think that man would have seen a little girl to say that, especially to say, my daddy said, he keep doing it, he gonna come over here. I don't think, I know for sure that man would not have told his daughter to say that, because me being me, I'd have been like, yo, what you tell your daughter to come over to me and say? Because you could have said that yourself.
Well, yeah, that was very, it was just one of those things where it was like, how much of this is attributed to what? Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, how much of this is really attributed to the fact that my kid is in the pool, you're splashing, telling you to stop, or him splashing you, telling you, like, we're in a pool, right? How much of it is that kids at play? And then how much of it is race factored in?
Yeah. Part of it, I would see as play, but the race factored in is when the little girl is, given that message to deliver. I think that's when it's like, okay, don't play over there no more. Anything other than, well, you go tell him, do it again, I'm coming over there.
That was pretty, I felt like,
yeah.
Yeah, and so to have this little 6-year-old, 7-year-old girl come over and tell me that, I was like,
yeah. See, now those are conversations you never hear when I'm sitting there next to you.
Well, and they're conversations we never ever have in Ghana. Those kids are in a pool playing with other children all the time. Like, how often are our kids playing in a pool with other people? Like, really?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a pool, so the only pools we use are with other people, right?
Go to the pool, and they're playing all the time with other people, and they splash. But that little kid at the pool, that bullies. It's like, come on, dude.
Right.
But,
so like, to hear this, I was like, well, I know how my kid acts in a pool. Like, I know how he behaves in a pool, whether I'm watching him or not. I kind of know what's going on. And I was like, if you splashing him,
and he says stop.
But anyway,
he's had enough, because I know Leo in the pool is splashing. He's had enough. All right, leave me alone.
So yeah, it was definitely interesting to hear her tell me her daddy was going to come over. Her daddy was going to come over. That was,
yeah. I think before we go any further, I must say, are you going somewhere tonight?
Do you like that?
Yeah, no. It's been like so long. You're like looking extra cute today.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's just because we're separated, right?
Yeah.
Well, we always have to take a moment to thank our folks over at Alpha Afrique, who have been so kind as to dress us. I can't even back up, but this is like the cutest little coat. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna turn you off and turn me on. How about that?
All right, there you go.
Right, little jacket with the like flare sleeve. I like this coat. It's got a little flare at the waist. It's adorable. I really like it.
So you can't stand up to see the jacket, huh?
I'm afraid I'm gonna knock everything over if I stand up too far. Let me see what I can do. Let's see. Can you see the sides of my jacket?
That's cute.
It's cute, right?
Yeah, in a way, sure, nice.
I'm doing a little remote work while I'm here, so I was trying to pick out something to bring that I could wear for the live, but also I could wear for work, and I felt like this was very work appropriate, you know? Little black dress underneath. It's good.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're cute.
Anyway, and I see you. I like the print on that shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of reminds me, like, I don't know, a giraffe or something. The colors, I don't know, but the material is a stretchy material, like a workout material, and it's form fitting, and I like it because I'll stand up. It gives me the little shape there. I've been working out a little bit. Actually, I have not been eating, so I've been starving myself since you've been gone. So I lost a little weight, and I'm rocking
Why
the
are you
shirt.
doing that?
Oh,
I
because
know Penny's feeding you because that's like her favorite thing to do.
I haven't had her cooking. I just not been eating
Okay,
like
well, don't do that.
like
All
as
right.
usual.
Well, either way,
But
thank you folks over at Alpha. They do know how to cut a nice shirt. Your shirt's
I
always
do.
really nice.
This gives a little muscular thing. I don't know. I like it. I like the
It's a
cut.
nice shirt. Yeah, it's
The
definitely.
colors cute. Look at that. There's a zipper too. It zips on the side here to get in. My big head couldn't fit through this hole. So anyway, nice shirt. Thank you, Alpha Freak, Charles,
I love that.
and mhm.
Let's see. We're going to pop back into our comments and see what's going on. First time checking in for Instincts. Nice to have you here from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Good evening. We've got Now That Was God. Greetings, Ayo and Tony, two of my favorite people. How is the economy over in Ghana right now? I'm hearing that things are not very stable at the moment. Ooh, kind of getting deep right in there, huh?
We'll have to get that a little later. Get to that, but yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, so we're going to come back to that question. The economy, that's a big question. Nita says hello. Valentina says hello. Linda says she's rolling.
I'm gonna try to move my camera a little bit because I can't
All
see
right,
the comments.
I'm going to take you off the feed while I do a few more here.
All right, there you go.
Prisoner of Hope says greetings from DC, or excuse me, from NYC, but on my way to DC. I'm hoping you're hopping on the DC Ghana flight. Yeah, maybe. Afrokama, thank you for the condolences. I appreciate that. Ched is saying, hey, thank you again for the condolences. I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. Miss Joanne, hello. How are you? Thank you for the condolences. Appreciate that. John Black, thank you. Oh, Joanne says, we know y'all not coming back anytime soon.
You got that right. So tell your family, yo. All right, I'm almost ready, yo.
Tabitha is sending condolences. Thank you very much. Admin Bentley, say what? Henry, thank you for the condolences. I appreciate that. Hey, okay. Mississippi 4589. Shed C, what am I missing? Just getting into it. I appreciate that. You know what? She was my great aunt, and she worked with students with disabilities, well, people with disabilities for her entire life. And it was amazing to see at her funeral that, former clients of hers were there. And, there were these awards that she had won from, or acknowledgments and awards from the state from her over the course of the 50 or 60 years she's been doing this. It was pretty. It's one of those things where it's like at the end of your life, kind of what people remember of you. Right. And it was neat to hear all the positivity and stories about her. So anyway.
Spectacular lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Edmund Bentley. I think I clicked through these. Hi, how are you from Kwame? Hope we're both doing well. You doing well? You're not eating, Tony?
I'm okay. No, I'm really not. Yeah, I had her, in the morning come and make breakfast a couple times, but
so
missing you.
We've talked about this before. We've had conversations before about how feasible it is for us to spend living time apart. And you started complaining like day 2.
Weird to come home and there's like no one here, and it's just the house is empty and quiet. And then I'm like, okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go to the lodge. Then I go to the lodge, it's like this is empty and quiet too. But the house is just more. It's the familiar empty and quiet. So I just come back home.
Aw.
So it's yeah.
So is when we've talked about doing time apart, is this a feasible workaround for our two opinions on how to manage our family life?
Yeah, I think I can get this will take some adjustments, but I think this will kind of work. I don't know. I don't like that, but
I mean, I've been gone for 2 weeks, every day for 2 weeks. You're like, this sucks.
I think because there's no tours going right now, and that you know we'll see how things go next week.
But last week there were tours and you still felt the same way. Like you didn't feel any better about being apart just
No,
because.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Because at the end of the day, it's still that go home to family thing, and I was like, go home to. If I'm just not at the house.
Well, don't be going out there trying to find no girlfriend or anything because I'm
Yeah,
not around.
and oh, I can't afford this. I can't afford no girlfriends. Come on. And then because you're there, and I get home, it's 9, 10 o'clock, and you guys are in the middle of your day doing stuff. So
Yeah, I think that is actually the hardest part is that, we'll call you when we first wake up and you're in the middle of your day.
yeah,
So then you
and
call
then
us before you go to bed and we're in the middle of our day.
yeah, like the other day, I felt real bad. It was like only like 10 after 10, and I was like dead asleep. I just had a long day. And I felt so bad, like, man, I want to talk to you. I really do, but I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, you had a long tour that day, so I totally get it. Regina Jones Austin, thank you very much for the super chat. We appreciate that very, very
It's a
much. Thank
hello
you.
from the DMV on Friday.
Well, so to jump back in, we have a few more people who are sharing condolences. I really do appreciate that. Um, Alt Rock Lover, watching from NYC. Hey.
Hmm.
We got some love from South Carolina.
Hey, Luciana.
Henry wants to know if we are having fun in the States.
Yeah, they are. They call me and tell me every day, oh, we have so much fun without you. Wish you here, click.
We do not say that. That is not how that goes. I mean, the boys might say it towards the end of the call, but it's not at the
Oh,
beginning when we start out.
hey, vote out, just see you later, click. Daddy, we gonna send pictures, click.
Well, and that's actually what I think is really interesting in terms of how the boys acclimate when we get here is that so much of their life in Ghana is inside of the wall. And that's kind of how I talk about it when I talk to, people who are close to me is that like they spend a lot of time in the wall, which is the
Uh,
four walls around the compound. Like they play inside of there, they school inside of there. And so, and they live inside. So it's so interesting to see Leo, who's 7, have this kind of like insane freedom. And even Luke too, but like Leo with the neighbors,
yeah.
there's a pond out there, there's like a back acre of woods. That I haven't seen that boy in like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. He's alive, I'm pretty sure, but he loves the outdoor life over here.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're gonna have to find a place find some land with property where we can just go and send him outside, and he can go to the woods and play. That's all I got. There's plenty of woods here.
I guess. And Luke too, as this kind of 13-year-old budding teenager, it's also interesting to me because like in Ghana, I give him a lot, like go to the store and he's crossing like 6 streets and is down, like gone, come back with my change.
Hmm.
But I also noticed that with myself here with him at 13, it was the opposite, where it was like, okay, no, you have to check in with me every 10 minutes.
Oh,
You have to stay where I can see you. I
and there's
feel
no going to the store by yourself, I'm sure, right?
no.
Yeah. Yeah, walking down the street in that neighborhood, you're like, no, son, I'll drive you.
No, but even when we were out visiting in other kind of cities,
Mm,
there's and for those of you who don't know, I'm in Wisconsin right now, and I'm not in Milwaukee, which makes us like a super minority wherever we are.
yeah.
There's not a lot of racial diversity here. Um,
No, for all who don't know, Wisconsin is the most segregated state in the union over there.
yeah,
Yeah, not a good place for diversity happening.
I mean yeah. We did go to visit my sister, and she lives in a Milwaukee suburb, and it was a weird, the same kind of sensation where it was like, we're even in Milwaukee, which is, has a very high Black population, but because we're in the suburbs, there's not a lot of representation. And so, the kids are out playing and out, we're going out walking in the streets to go to get breakfast, and it's kind of eerily clear how
Uh,
there's it's what's the word I'm looking for here, Tony?
you're reminded that, you know, you're Black.
Yep.
Yeah. I
And
like
I'm
forget.
okay with that because I'm okay in my Blackness.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right.
like, how is this impacting the
Like,
boys?
yeah. And they're going to see it. They're going to feel it. So, um,
And do I need
I,
to talk to them about it? Like, do I need to have more conversations about I think Leo's only given me one comment. It was something along the lines of, um, where did all the Black people go? Or something to that extent. We were like,
hey, there's no fake who's around here, Mama.
I
There's
don't
no
think he could see anyone who looked like him.
there's no nanas around here. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
But there was this kid that looked a little bit like Luke, except had really big poofy afro kind of top. And the
uh.
two of them were like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, look."
Oh, that was his Black man moment. It was like, oh, hey, dude, hey, ain't seen one of us around all day. Got to represent, dap it up.
Well, but then it's like this same thing, right? If we were here full time, are our kids completely different people, for the better or for the worse?
Yeah, that's interesting. For better or worse. So, nah, and you say the kids being there, I just think, the kids in school having to do active shooter drills. And then I'm like, okay, I count me out. Speaking of schools, the teacher stopped by today.
Oh, really?
They- I'm like, dude, you on vacation, man. Them kids ain't nowhere around here. And you stopping by, better
He
go
misses
home.
them so much. I've had to send him pictures because he's like, "Tell my boys I said hello." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
And so much love for the teacher, but the boys are not thinking about you. And like,
not at all.
oh wait,
Not
no, you know what? We were at Walmart and Leo bought a Hot Wheels car for you. For him, he bought a 5-pack and he named what all the cars were for. And there was one for you and one for him and one for Akpene's daughter and one for the teacher and one for. I think he's going to give the last one to Luke, but then Luke did something mean, so he decided he wasn't going to give it to Luke. He was going to give it to someone else. But
mm,
so he did think of the teacher for 5 seconds.
that
Yeah,
one time.
yeah, that one time. Okay, so let me get back in here.
All right. Tabitha Hodge. What? Your smiley face. Nita Williams. Yeah. What is that? LOL?
Yeah, I think
Huh.
they're laughing at me taking off my ear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now I'm caught up. Yeah. Because,
I think I'm that far back. Y'all, I haven't had to have an angry black woman moment in a long time. So I was kind of I was ready.
Mm. I had an angry black man moment a couple weeks ago. I was like, whoa,
What
Tony.
happened?
Remember, I was driving and that Trocho wouldn't let me in, and I was gonna get
Mhm.
in front of him anyway. And then he decided he would tap on the roof of the car. Him and a passenger did it, because I was getting in front of him. So they reached out the window, they slammed, tapping on, banging on the car, and so I rolled the window down, and like a whole bunch of like profane words came out the window, and because I guess the accent and the word selection that I use, they weren't anticipating. It was like it was like statues. The driver he was like this. The dude didn't move. And then the guy, the passenger who reached out the window too, the passenger, see, I'm gonna turn this way so y'all can see. Like the driver, he was like this. Like I was cutting hit, didn't move. Because what they were expecting was somebody, with a Ghanaian accent to be like, stop doing that, or whatever, just to, say, okay, or I ain't gonna try to get in front of you. They were not expecting, me to roll my window down and be like, yo, you hit on my car again, I'm gonna snatch you out that trotro and stand on your behind parts. And when I tell you, like, nobody in that trotro moved. Because they didn't want to.
You're the reason that Africans are like American people crazy. You're the this is you.
Yeah.
You
But
just indoctrinated a whole trotro worth of people that are like Americans be crazy. You got to watch out for them.
But you know what? I love the Ghanaian people here. I really do. I really do. And I'm figuring them out slowly. And they, you know, they're. I say this all the time. There are a lot of barkers. Nobody's trying to do any. I'm gonna fight you and all that. They're gonna bark, but nobody's trying to fight here, and that's what I love. So it kind of I felt bad after I did it, but then I was like, yeah, I bet he ain't gonna do that no more. He don't know who car he hitting on. But it got me to thinking, how I want to carry myself in a representation that of people that who look like me, who may not be from here, and I don't want to give them a bad name and all that. But at the same time, Ghana is a place that is filling up with a lot of people from different places. So you got to understand, not everybody is going to respond like a Ghanaian person, because I sure didn't.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad, but then after a while, I was like, nope, I'm not feeling bad. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I worry for you. I worry for you.
I can't go back there.
And evidently Peter is worrying for you too, because he says that I need to go back because you're starving.
Yeah, I come back. I'm hungry.
Some
So
props on outfits. Thank you. Gotta love the African wear.
Hey, Rick, what's up, man? All right, hey, Ricky, are you gonna be here for the event November 19th? Yep. Come.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Tabitha likes your shirt, Tony.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
And World at Finger Reach is also giving a shout out to that shirt.
It's really cool. It's very comfortable too. That's the thing, it stretches. So the form for the shirt, it stretches. Yeah.
It looks really nice. We have
Hey.
Cozy Quilts is with us again.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Says, hey, last time while the boys learning the native language, are you learning? No. I'm going to get out and go get me a tutor so I can learn Tree, because at the same age, that's all right.
Oh, look at you! I set you up for that one. Good job. Okay. See, it's not so bad. He can at least greet. Can you tell somebody off in the local language?
Can I? No.
Okay, just checking. Ricky wants to know about your breakfast at Starbites.
Anytime, let me know. Tomorrow morning. Hey, yeah, tomorrow morning I have a airport pickup at 1. So tomorrow morning, if you're around, Ricky, hit me up. Um, hit me up, yeah, hit me up because yeah, I can meet you
Yeah,
around like 10 o'clock, something like that, at the Starbucks East Lake. Oh, yeah, we can
yeah,
do that.
now's a good time. Now's a good time. All
Doing
right.
nothing else.
I know, right? You got nothing else to do.
Somebody else is trying to eat with me.
Hey, Simply Nell, good to see you. Yorkshire Protection, hi from down under.
Hey, down under.
And greetings from Kansas City,
Hey,
Missouri. But they're currently in Ghana. So, hey,
hey, well, all righty. Enjoy.
we've got we've got Monique here from Wisconsin. Monique, can you
Hey,
attest to my racial summary of the state?
from
Mm.
Wisconsin. How
Um,
do you do that? I don't know how to do that. Wisconsin. Oh, see, there you go. See, there you go.
Winifred, thank you very much.
Oh,
Karen's
that's winter.
asking how we're Karen's asking how we're enjoying the fall colors.
It's cold there, right?
You know what? We must have brought some warm weather with us because the first couple days it was cold, but then it got up to like 75 here. Everybody was outside. It was like the last spring day or last fall day. And we took all the kids out to a corn maze. And then basically Carson joked the entire time about what happens to black people in horror movies and corn mazes. And so then it just became
Hey, I'm like, oh, get me out of here.
I mean, we saw one other family, and like this corn maze is really intricate, and we're out wandering in there's no map. The thing is, like, you're at the top of the pumpkin. Every time we pass somebody, I'd be like, do y'all know where the exit is? I just thought people really could die in here, and who would know the difference? Like, it's just we we went in a little bit. There were 10 checkpoints. We found 3, and then we were like, can we just go get donuts and call this a day? Yes, yes, we can.
Mm.
Um, Andy says, "Hey from Rwanda."
Hey, I wanna go travel to Rwanda.
I think we should. Let's do it.
Yeah.
What are some of the what are countries we can go to where we don't have to get a visa? Because that's really the thing I don't want to do the most is get a visa.
You know, I was talking about that before. That you know, a lot of countries that they get. Oh,
Wait, they get what?
they get the visa free places. Wait, no, it's still not right. What is the left one? Yeah. All right. Well, like Haiti and Jamaica, they go places without having to get visas. And I'm like, how come as, a black American, I don't get that? How come, my American status uh doesn't allow me to, go to these places visa free? Um, I don't like that because when you look at the majority of travelers who are going to these places, it's people from the states, and they got to go get visas. So I'm like, well, it, like there's not like a lot of Haitians coming to Ghana, but Haiti is one of the places. Like Jamaica is one of the places that can come here visa free. That's not cool because
Uh,
not a lot of Jamaicans are coming here, and you know that's just my personal opinion. I don't like it.
you don't like it. I get it. I get it.
I
I got
don't
a
like
couple
it.
comments for you, Tony.
So driver and passengers were shocked. They all were. Nobody on that tro moved. And when traffic moved a little bit, I wouldn't, and he didn't move. He understood. I was getting in front. Yeah. So yeah, the good side came out. Yeah. That 53206 came out.
Y'all, don't let that come out.
Yeah. No, you
Oh.
slamming on my car? Oh, you don't touch my car like that. No.
I'm just thinking, like, can you imagine driving in Houston and being upset at someone and reaching your hand out and tapping somebody's car?
Oh, yeah, you're gonna come back with a shot hand. No. I think that's something that scares me driving there now. It's like, especially in Houston, driving to Houston, seeing how much their road rage incidents have increased. Don't like
Yeah.
it.
it does kind of, yeah. Somebody just saw your shirt and is digging on your shirt.
Oh, thank you. It is fire. Alpha Freak. You have to go check them people out. It's a
Ricky's
lot.
Ricky's saying he's going to see us on the 19th. So I guess now's a good time to hop in and remind everybody that we are going to have a game
It's a
night.
game. And there's a spade tournament, so come with your spade partner.
Spades tournament. That's all you. That's all you, isn't it?
Yeah, let me move this way. Okay, yeah.
Spades or dominoes?
You know how to play spades.
I know how to play spades. Are we going to be? We're going to play remote? Because that feeds into another question. Somebody wants to know if we're coming back. Anyway, November 19th, Tony's having his next meetup. Right? November 19th, 5 o'clock. Join the closed Facebook group.
I need a spades partner.
Join the closed Facebook group for details. We don't share the information on our meetups anywhere else, just in our closed Facebook group. That way, you guys know how to find it. Yes.
Yeah. And this is going to be a nice one because it's at a resort that we have all to ourselves. So if you want to spend the night at this place, you can. They're giving.
Are you spending the night? Are we gonna do that? Who's doing that? Are we doing that?
I'm spending the night, yeah, because I plan on this. We're gonna have Soul Train line and old school music playing, and I want to get somebody to get some fried fish, some fried catfish, but the fried catfish here was different than the catfish there. So they got that long, skinny catfish. We got that fat catfish there. So anyway,
do you need me to pick up some icy hot and a walker for you to do that Soul Train line? Or are you gonna?
So just give me one of them chairs. I can just go like see, kind of like that.
Speaking of chairs, I am so sorry. Sidetrack. Obesity is a real thing in America.
Oh, yeah. So you know what was funny? Today this happened, and me and Abigail were out. I told you I had to go do some shopping. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get this shirt. And I told the guy, I showed him a picture. I said, "This is for this guy. You think it'll fit him?" He goes, "Yeah, it should fit." He goes, "Yeah, you guys from over in America, you're big." I'm looking at him, and he's like big guy. He's the tailor. And I'm like, "Oh, they're big over there, huh?" And Abigail looked at me and looked at him, and she busted out laughing. This dude's like 3 times the size of me. I'm like, "Oh, they're big over there, huh?" And he didn't get it right away. He goes, "Oh, yeah, I'm big too." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You slowing down on any Banku and fufu around here, buddy? Because that's all I know what that is." So anyway, yeah, obesity is a thing in the States.
It was real, but I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue. What are some more information that you want to share about November 19th?
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be. We haven't had a game night before, so this should be interesting.
No, we have not. And this is going to be like one of those more intimate settings where it's just going to be, the people in the Facebook group who are there. And we'll be more available, I guess, to sit and talk. Yeah.
Yes. So November 19th, be there or be square.
And I'm supposed to say that the place, so the 20% discount on rooms, they also have free breakfast in the morning. So
nice.
I'm going to.
We have a couple more questions here. This person wants to know, will you and the boys need to be vaccinated to get back into Ghana? Ghana's current policy does require full vaccination status in order to re-enter the country, or they will vaccinate you upon entry.
Yeah. So the plan for when they come back is when they land, I'm going to create a disturbance outside the airport. And
we're just gonna run. We're just gonna run for it. Yeah, so that's a good one. Yep, the vaccination. I'm really curious too because I'm starting to see that other countries are changing their policies in terms of travel restrictions. And so I'm
Yeah,
curious, like, why we're kind of still seeing Ghana lag behind when tourism dollars. That's all I got to say, right?
yeah. Yeah, well, I was happy that they relaxed that $150 test to come in. That they
But I'm
stopped
still
that.
seeing in the news here that there's questions right now as to what happened with all the money. Like a section of government is requesting documentation as to what the paper trail, and they're not being provided with the paper trail. So they're
Oh,
asking what happened to the money at 150 a pop for every person that came into the country for testing, because there should be more.
yeah, I think. Hey, there. What's up, B?
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on. Tony doesn't like to talk politics.
Yeah, there you go. I don't talk about this. If I can't vote. People again, I can't vote here. I can't hold a government job. I can't run for political office, so I don't talk politics. Politics here don't affect me because I can't affect the politics here, so I don't let them affect me.
Okay,
So
that's good. Uh, Simply Nell just wants us to know that she missed her husband when he had to go back unexpectedly for an illness and a funeral. He was in Detroit for a month, and they were away in a different place. So see, you're supposed to miss your spouse when they're gone.
yeah,
And
well, hey, that says something. You aren't missing me. Hey, I just thought about that. You're like, oh, I miss you so much. Damn, that's cold. Moving
oh,
on.
you know what? I think your signal dropped, Bay. I think that Ghana
Wow.
internet got you. I
I,
I
I
only
just got
heard.
cold front from the States. Just reversed and came back this way. Damn, that's deep. I see how
I'm
it is.
I missed what. I, you know,
Wow.
it's very hard because now again, my family has asked me questions about what's going on. Like if I told you a million bajillion quadrillion times, it really is this question of like, why don't you just come back? I mean, Tony can stay there if he wants to.
I knew your family didn't like me. I knew it. I knew it. I
I
knew
think
it. I knew it from the beginning. I knew it, y'all. Wow. That's
I
deep.
think
That's
their thoughts are like, why don't you come and stay, and then he stays there, and then he can come here, and then you can go there. Like, why don't you do it that way?
wow. That's cold.
Well, it's not everybody. That was one suggestion. And yeah, I guess she don't like you. Been out there, I hadn't put that together, but maybe that is what it is. Like, eh, eh.
Uh,
I don't think you can do that. Can you?
oh,
Well,
this is oh God, no. No, not
you're
permanent at all.
you're gonna do it. Like, we're gone. We're gone for a month right now. I'll be gone for a month again in a few months to work. So
Hey, I'm getting back. Oh, they canceled that flight. So
they cancel my flight. Okay, we'll pretend like that's a true thing.
no, they called me to tell you that they canceled that flight.
Well,
The
as people are starting to train more in person, I'm being requested more back here. So
yeah, yeah.
okay, well we'll take this banner off because I feel like you're getting stressed out. We'll take that.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
Oh, I did load up the new ones where they look like now. That's the old one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who was that little dude?
Yeah, that one is the old one. He doesn't even look like that anymore.
Mm, oh, you sure don't.
He's he's like a totally different he's like a totally different kid. So to ask you again, like anyway, I don't think you want to talk about it again. Your face
Yeah.
looks. Your face looks. Let's jump back
No,
into the comments. We're gonna
yeah,
go back into the comments. Ricky says, oh, I just had it and now my eyes lost it. Ricky says,
oh, not that one. Delaying the vaccination.
well, that was not it.
Oh, never mind. Can get there. We square.
Here, Ricky says,
Oh, I saw that one. I didn't want to speak on. You have everybody at Starbites and it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Like, I'm here to see Tony. It's a blue Ricky.
Monique says it's totally true about Wisconsin.
Ricky, by the way, I will be there, and yeah, totally all true about Wisconsin. Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is I was talking to somebody who was considering going to UW. I'm a UW Madison grad. What? And when I went, it was 4% Black, with like a Big Ten football team, with a Big Ten basketball team, with I
heard it's like 3.7 now, 3.8.
It went.
Damn, that's crazy. It's like that don't even make sense. How you go from nothing to less than nothing? Woo!
Yeah, that's what I did not verify that information myself. That is what I was told, was that it was less than that. And I was like, well, that, I mean, 30 years ago, it was like the football team, the basketball team, and me. That's where all the Black people were. And then now it's like, I left. So I guess.
It's a football team,
basketball team left now. So yeah, this
janitor.
Oh,
goodness. Not racist of me to say that. No, it would have been racist if I would have said the janitor name was Hector. That would have been racist. Because now all of the janitors' names seem to be coming from south of the border. Remember when all the janitors at the schools used to be Black? Remember that time back in the day?
I get I understand what you're trying to correlate to. So what does that mean?
Oh.
Where did the Black jobs go?
Black people don't want to be janitors no more. I have no idea.
Well, what are they doing instead? Very interesting. Okay, we're not going to get too much into that one because when we dive into the comments,
wow, that's a long one there. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
No.
We had a few people who were saying hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Rwanda visa at entry.
Visa entry, is it? Oh, well, we'll have to look at that.
And then, why is the Ghana visa only for 2 years max? It's 3 years now, right? I think it's 3 years. The only time that Regina needed a visa was coming to Ghana.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, Kenya, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Blue passport's all you need. So pick one. We should go to one of these places.
Yeah, somebody choose. Well, yeah, I don't want to say somebody choose or no. Oh, get me out of here. No. So yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Dee says Wode Maya gets visas all the time. America should be able to get visa-free status. Are there many Haitians in Ghana right now, Tony? There's a lot of. We find a lot of. We don't find a lot of Haitians. We find a lot of Jamaicans. We find a lot of Haitians.
Well, you say a lot.
The number one expat population is actually they're Asian. Asians are the number one non-Ghanaian.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, dang, I'm done. Walked across the street and walked into China.
Little Chinatown. Yeah, well, I mean, it speaks to the opportunities that are there if we see other countries coming in to create entrepreneurial enterprises. That is as PC as I can make that statement. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And the thing on Watermeyer with his visas, he's a different national than we are. So
that's true. He can move Yeah, we've got someone who's saying they're watching during their layover in Doha. Yay! Hey. Somebody else in Jackson, Wisconsin saying it is not very diverse. I don't see many of us.
Jackson, where is Jackson?
Let me just say, I saw a guy at a fast food restaurant. I almost tripped over myself to say hello to him. But as an aside,
hey, hold on a second. Wait. The hell are you? Now see, we're gonna have to talk. Yeah, I went to Wisconsin. Are you tripping over yourself to go talk to? What the hell is going on, Ayo? Hey, y'all see me in the States? Y'all better believe I'm coming. I'm gonna beat somebody and drag my wife and my boys back to the States. Something ain't right. I'm telling y'all. Always talking about you tripping over yourself to go look at some guy to say hello to him. What the heck?
Well, my mom and I did this social experiment because in Ghana, aren't you? This is true for you too, right? Have you been retrained to greet people when you pass them? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're staying in this hotel for, we were going to a funeral out of the city, so we had to travel. We're staying at this hotel, and without thinking now, like I'm walking with my mom and talking, and someone would come and walk by, and I would be like, "Good afternoon," and just almost not thinking, right?
Yeah, they're like, "What the hell are you talking to me for, darky? Going back to your."
Nobody would respond.
What? Oh hell, I definitely am. You didn't talk to my wife. She spoke to you. Oh, Wisconsin.
But it was so. Again, is it cultural or is it racial? So I'm walking with my mom. I was like, let's do an experiment. Every other one, you do it. Okay. So I'm going to do it and then you do it. And then I'm going to do it and then you do it. And we'll see if you get any more people to respond than I do. And it was just really like, I don't think it was significantly more for her. People just don't want to talk to you. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to greet you. Nobody's going to say hello. She did get a couple more than me, though. But
I was waiting on that significantly, not more. I was like,
But you can't determine if that was because of race or because of age. Like it wasn't a clean.
Probably would have got more if you weren't walking with her.
Yeah, that could be. Sometimes when I walk with my mom, people think that we're a couple because
that's funny.
Yeah, we've heard that on more than one occasion. Like one time we were walking kind of arm in arm, and this old lady friend wasn't within earshot, but she leans in and she goes, "I think they're lesbians." And my mom and I were just like, "What is wrong with you?"
Wow.
Just because of that, I leaned in and I kissed her because I was like, let me just make sure that they have a story to tell for later. Give her a big wet one. Yep. So anyway, we can't ascribe that to race.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody greets you here. So you say hello to people and they think you're crazy, I think.
Yeah. Right. Or they're talking to themselves. They're saying good morning to themselves. Who walks around down the street saying good morning to themselves? That woman's crazy.
They definitely, it was definitely
good morning. Yeah.
For sure. Dee says he finally got his Hot Wheels. Yo, Tony, I spent like $20 on Hot Wheels.
Oh, I ain't gonna talk about Hot Wheels.
And a package came in the mail today that looked like it was oddly shaped. It reminded me of a Hot Wheels sized package.
Really? Interesting.
Yes, very interesting. Dee says if you send me your address, she would love to send him some Hot Wheels cars. If you send us an email at Tony, what's the email again?
hello@expatlifeghana.com.
Good job. If you want to reach out, go ahead. I'll get you that information.
I was like, I know that email. That's the easy one. This is just hello@expatlifeghana.com.
Sarah wants to know, will I be going back to Ghana? Yes.
Yeah.
We are moving. We have to sign a new lease. Yeah, we're moving, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So we initially moved to Ghana under a 2-year agreement, like between us. Tony and I had a 2-year agreement. The agreement was my dad was getting older. We wanted to make sure we were going to be around and have time with him. So we agreed on 2 years. 2 years is finished. Tony,
And my wife left.
quit saying it like that.
Well, 2 years. Boom, you left. You cut.
Hey, listen. I
Fight
like.
back. Oh wait, I'll fight back the tears, y'all. She left. She gone.
Yeah, and I didn't go for a little while. I kind of went for a longer period. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's really okay. So when we get back, because we are coming, so the kids and I are coming back, we are signing a 1-year lease, a 1-year agreement for leasing a new place. Tony, a 1-year lease.
I'm all smiles about that. That's fine with me. I don't plan on renting anymore after. So that's fine.
Huh. I feel like I think you're hearing when I say 1-year lease, you're not hearing it the way I'm saying it. Maybe I need to. Okay. Anyway.
So what I'm hearing is we don't need to be leasing anymore.
That's what I thought you heard.
All righty. We're on the right track, baby. We're on the same track together. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
We've got some folks who are commenting on the obesity factor.
Mhm.
It is the food, right?
Yeah.
Everything is deep fried.
Everything.
But it tastes so good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. And we're in Wisconsin, so it's all about the cheese and deep fried cheese.
And dairy is not good for us. There's not a lot of dairy products here, so you go there.
That's actually the most fun catching up with, and also the most not fun because it's like, ooh, sour cream and dip and ice cream and cheese, all kinds of cheese. We got one of the deep dish Chicago style pizzas, and it was like, you pull it out and the cheese is just like, your son's eyes. Leo's eyes were like, I wish I could have gotten a picture of it. It was like the most amazing thing he'd ever seen ever. And I put it on this plate and he started hopping a little bit. He was just like, oh my God. So yeah, it's great. The food is great. But it's so not great. It's so not great.
Excellent, but not good for you.
Yeah. We've got someone who is laughing at the icy hot comment. Tony, you gonna need some icy hot?
No.
No,
I won't need an icy hot.
Ghana's delaying because the percentage vaccination coverage in the country is so small. Yeah, isn't it something still like just a quarter of the country is vaccinated, or is it up to a third now?
Yeah, but I mean, I get why people aren't getting vaccinated. The numbers are so low. It's like
they're so low.
What?
People are saying what happened to the money.
We're past COVID, and for at least a good year, the past year, past year, right? Since they opened since they opened the movie theater. And they were like, okay, y'all come to the movie theater and eat popcorn in here now.
Well, and we talked to the doctor who was like, don't let people fool you in Ghana. COVID is a thing. Ghana's not exempt from COVID. Like, don't fall into that narrative.
Right.
But it really, I feel like it is kind of endemic where it's just one of those coldy. I think malaria is so much bigger of an issue here that
right.
COVID, right. So it's like attacking COVID with so much strict laws and vaccination requirements, like attacking it to such right. And it's like malaria is malaria kills more people in a month than COVID has since it started. You hear, I mean, I don't know if that's actually true, but I'd guess that's pretty close. Malaria.
I don't get why, and they have that malaria vaccination or something now. It's like, well, you don't hear anything about that, but you
You would
hear
think
about.
money would be better spent on proactively dealing with that. Yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, that is very interesting. I see a comment here. I guess they starting to feel bad that my family don't love you. Somebody says they love you.
I love y'all too, because my family they forgot they had a daddy in the family. Like, daddy, that
They talk about you all the time, babe. They love you so much. They love you so much. But did I mention that they pulled the pizza slice off and the cheese was still attached? A big, like, he wasn't thinking about you right then.
Nope. Well, he was like, man, I've been deceived all these years about pizza.
Yeah, he was thinking about Domino's. Like, wait a minute, that ain't right. Somebody's laughing about my side eye. Be careful out there in the wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm.
That's Wisconsin, not surprised. Not surprised,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. It's maybe the cheese. Luke and Leo are growing up so fast. Yes.
Yeah, they're my boys.
They're talking about South Africa and Zimbabwe for visa-free travel.
Hey, we may have to do Zimbabwe as our first. Let's get out of here and go travel.
I've got Rashid who's saying nothing wrong with getting back for a few months at a time. Have you considered promoting the tours while in the States with travel agencies? I'm on vacation. He's trying to make me work.
No, she's like, wow, I miss you, yo.
Botswana, I miss you too, babe. Botswana is visa-free for American passport holders as well.
Oh.
And someone's letting us know 55 to 69. Calvin says his whole school was Black in Louisiana.
Between 55 and 69.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Calvin, you're telling your age, man. That was still segregation era.
Well, has it really changed that much given how class and the economy have divided class races and how that factors into school funding? Are we really integrated? Are we really? Haiti's French speaking, so maybe fewer people come to Ghana as opposed to other countries. Like, yeah, maybe they are going to like Benin and Togo or Cote d'Ivoire so they can speak in French.
Oui. Oui.
Let's see.
Don't come on.
Yeah, my family wants to separate us. You think it's true?
Not talk to your family.
You should come and talk to them. Come on.
They should come and talk to me. They should come and talk to us. How about that?
Got some more folks who are saying hi.
Hello.
Katie says that they were a janitor and they're white. A lot of Black people have non-supervisory positions. Maybe in social work, nurses, doctors, and so on. Yes.
Oh.
Wow, we got people who are just rolling.
Oh, yeah.
People are rolling at you, Tony.
They're rolling at you.
Advin is saying that I'm Ghanaian. Why don't I have a Ghanaian passport? So, Tony, I did not tell you this. When I got to the airport, I was going through immigration, and the lady said to me, "You have a Ghana card, and it says res in here. Why are you getting more? Why are you renewing your visa?" And I was like, so she gave me her number and told me to call her when I get back so they can fix what's going on, so I don't have to keep doing this stupid stuff. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, it always takes that one person like, yo, somebody ain't treating them right. Let me help them out. So we appreciate people who like, yo,
But
let me
that's,
help you.
that's part of what's so frustrating is that it's even if you try to do things the right way, you still have to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it though.
Oh,
Not at
Northern
all. Peter's laughing that I left you.
Your wife left, man. Hey, man, we're gonna start our wife left us in Ghana club. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you read a couple, Tony.
Oh, South Africa has a very big obesity problem as well. Well, I can see that. The food is excellent.
I think that's what,
The food.
who
Who
left?
left? Where did they go? Well, Spear Warrior. You can see this is my backdrop. Regular old backdrop is back there. Somebody else, on the other hand, has a different backdrop, one that we've never seen before.
It's me. I left and I
She
took the
loves
children. I took the children. And you know what? They're having a good time. They're loving it. They're in vacation mode. They don't go to school. They don't do any work. They just sit and use all the Wi-Fi made available to them.
the super fast Wi-Fi. That
Yep. And I took them to the store and I literally the second day we were in the States, I took them to the store and I had a basket and it was the Yes basket. And basically anything that they could find that we don't usually get, I would say yes, they would put in the basket. It's it's so much food, Tony. We have it in a box, right? Because Leo wakes up sometimes and he's like, can I go up and get a snack? So I just tell him to get anything out of the box. That way he's not having to move around for it. The box is so full of junk. It's the worst thing ever. They don't eat. It was all novelty. It's still full. They haven't eaten hardly any of it. It's just like the idea of it.
I wish, like when you were coming back, you were coming through Chicago to bring me some Garrett's.
There's a popcorn place here in town, and we stopped and got a Chicago mix. I just want you to know that. It was good
It was
too. It was good.
if anybody's coming in for a holiday or something like that, come through Chicago, bring me some Garrett's, and I'll do an airport pickup for free.
He totally will. He will do a free for
Big bag, a big Chicago mix, some Garrett's.
Someone's gonna bring you a little teeny tiny one and be like, "Okay, Tony, pick me up."
I'm like, okay, I'm taking you across the street. Thank you.
Bentley wants to know what happened to our land. Wait, let me just make sure I got it up here.
Oh wow, that's
Not at
the
all.
crazy black woman face. Well, we're moving along on the land issue. We're gonna have some updates in the next couple months. I hope on that land
Did
issue.
did the lady call you? Because
And
I
stop.
got
Friday, she talked to AK Friday.
yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew about what had
Friday,
happened.
Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not yesterday was Friday, so not yesterday. The day before Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Malaria,
Yeah.
typhoid, and polio.
Yeah.
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 Somebody's asking this, Tony.
Oh, hey. Oh, where's my shirt from? Alpha Free. You go get your shirt from Alpha Free. Very nice shirt. Very,
Yeah,
very
find
nice.
them on Instagram and they do ship worldwide. So just so you know.
Yep.
Favorite couple. Yay.
Hello. You coming next February? Wait, what
Oh,
name was that?
out of many, we are one.
Okay.
Why are you sitting so close to the camera? What happened? Are you okay?
Because you know what? When I moved it, I adjusted it, but then it was like I still got to look over the camera
I see.
pole, and it wasn't perfect setup. Sorry. Okay. She's inspired by us as a couple. Thank you, Cheyenne. You're lovely people, and so that they are adorable. Hope to visit both if you get the opportunity. Um, well, I tell you what, we're here in Ghana, and we're going to be here. I'm going to be here. So anytime you come, be great to have you stay at the lodge with us. It'll be awesome. Yeah.
How much did the box cost of food? It was $118 altogether.
Wow.
Man, it
Wow.
was okay. So this morning we were you're gonna be like, this is horrible. Your son for breakfast had ice cream and Cheetos.
The teenager or the little one?
The little one.
Oh, yeah, teenagers, yeah. Ice cream and Cheetos for breakfast, yeah. Little.
Yeah, I'm not even I'm trying to be like, yes, all the things that you can't do now. So, and Leo is insisting, like, basically he's saying the one thing that he wants is for us to get him one of those little scooters with the handles. Does that make sense what I'm saying to you? The
The
little
razor, scooter.
Yeah. So he was using his cousin's and fell and scraped the entire side of his face. So now I don't know if that's going to scar or not. My beautiful baby's got this big old thing on his eye. Despite the fall, that's what he wants to bring back. And I tried to tell him, like, what road are you going to ride it on? There's no smooth roads. Like,
Why do you to go down the SOS street?
okay, so you think I should approve him for that? Ugh. Yeah, and they themselves were fielding a lot of questions during this family event about if they liked it there, and people asking if they would rather live in Ghana or live in the States.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think their answer was?
Where my daddy at, that's where I want to be. Because ain't nobody gonna mess with me if my daddy around. That's what they should have said.
Yeah, that's the answer you want. Like, that's the answer you wanted them to say. What do you think the real answer was?
It's like taking the kid to a toy store. Oh, who's your favorite parent? Ooh, you want another toy?
That's not up. Okay.
Oh, our 7-year-old's eating Cheetos and ice cream for breakfast. Hey, where do you want to live? Definitely the place that I get to eat ice cream and Cheetos for breakfast. Definitely that place. Come on, really.
Okay, well, when you say it like that, maybe you got a point. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Somebody said put cocoa butter on baby Cheyenne. She said put cocoa butter on this. See, she knows. We got that shea butter. We can put some shea butter on it.
I know. And, yes, my mom has got all the creams out, putting it all on them. So we're trying to keep that at bay. So when are you planning on coming back?
When are you planning to come back?
When are you planning?
When are you coming back home? When are you coming back home, woman?
When are you planning on coming back?
When are you planning to come back? Well, Theo, who are you addressing that question to? How about that?
I'm just saying, the comeback it's not just. I'm just saying. Louise has spoken.
I don't know what that means. GB. What is it?
I'm not sure. GB.
Yeah, I'm just not very, I don't know the short the abbreviation thing. I'm old.
Ricky says he could ride on the N1 because the motorway will swallow a child. The motorway is what's going on the motorway, Tony?
Oh wow, you know what? The traffic is getting worse from Tillman to Accra.
Because the road is getting worse.
I mean, the same stretch of road going from Tillman to Accra. Let's see. If you're going from Tillman to Accra, it can take you like 25 minutes. The same stretch of road coming from across the Timber, you can do it 15 minutes. And you say, well, hey, wait. It's the same road. What's the difference? Well, on one side of the street, there's only one big pothole you have to look out for on the motorway. On the other side, there's like a bajillion potholes you have to look out for. And these things, they're like a foot deep. I'm not exaggerating when I say a foot deep. Look, this is like 3 inches. I'm trying to stay in the camera here. It's a foot deep. Potholes this deep. I'm serious. And it's like you have to slow down, stop to go around these. You can't, like, you can't, oh, okay, I'm gonna slow down to 20 miles an hour or something like that to, you know, go, no. You're literally coming to a stop, to a dead stop to go
on the highway, to a dead stop on the highway.
On the motorway to go around these potholes and manholes that you're like, wait a minute. Didn't they just fix this last year in December? They made a big deal about, oh, we're going to repair the motorway from right back, worse condition.
Do you know what I did?
I don't want to rant too much about the roads, but
so I'm driving again, you know, because in Ghana usually you drive, but so I'm out here on the road. Guess speed limit is 70. Just driving on this smooth road. You don't have to sit up and pause because you're like, oh, pothole. I just drive. I put on the cruise control.
I can't even say I miss it because it makes driving here more adventurous. So, you know,
what's that? Is that how you're gonna play this?
It's like, oh, going on a challenge today. Oh, won't get me today, pothole. And then when you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, it's like, okay, challenge accepted. So kind of like, go fast on a real smooth road. That is fun. I love it.
Went fast on a real smooth road.
Going slower on a bumpy road with a 4-wheel drive vehicle. That's fun too. So.
All right. I was trying. The bribery. Rebecca's making a comment about the bribery. Keep the face covered to minimize sunlight. I cannot keep that boy in the house.
Yeah.
He's outside right now. It's dark now. I have no idea where my son is. I shouldn't say that out loud. Anyway.
Yeah, I know they're gonna come and get you. Like, kids and just let them do whatever they want to do in Wisconsin. She needs to
Yes. Theo says they're asking me, when am I coming?
Yeah, when you bring your back.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lorianne wants me to get a helmet. My sister, man, was on the helmet train, but the way he got it, the helmet wouldn't have is the helmet because he wants to scoot in Ghana. He would need like he'd need an Iron Man suit.
Yeah. You want a bubble suit when
Oh, that could be the replacement. Those gigantic bubbles, and you sit inside and you just roll someone down. We could make that the next mass transportation form of mass transit there. I think it could work. What do you think?
No. Hey, Chicago.
Oh, sorry. Hey.
You're looking great. Come visit us and bring us some gifts. Okay. Personalized on the lodge and tours. Can you customize it? Yes, you can. Visit us at hello@expatlifeghana.com.
Well, if you're going to visit us at expatlifeghana.com. And then if you need to email us, hello@expatlifeghana.com, and we can get that customization done for you. So keep up the good front, Tony. Are you making a front?
I'm not fronting.
You're not. I don't know what you're supposed to be fronting about. Are you never ever leaving? He froze. Oh, Ghana internet. He just froze, and there's no. Oh, yeah.
No, I think you need to be more specific in how you're asking the question, like to go visit. Yeah, plan on going to visit, but
Okay. Someone says the boys should live in Ghana, but bikes and motorbikes are not safe on Ghana roads.
um,
I think I agree with that, right? The potholes is what makes the potholes are what makes the tolls so annoying.
well, there's no more tolls, so now we can freely complain about the potholes. They fixed that, Ricky. They said, "Oh, you complain about the potholes and the tolls? Well, we'll just take the tolls out now. You got this potholes
Oh,
out."
that was so nice.
Yeah. So now we don't
Someone
have to
said,
pay the
someone said
driver.
they're not potholes. They use those holes to fetch water.
Wow. Oh, yeah, they actually do.
Someone says, have I considered doing a video on skincare for women because of my complexion? Oh, thank you for that comment. Let me do the video right now. Hey, ladies, don't put all that crap on your face.
Use
So that-
Ghana water. How you going? Ghana water.
Yeah.
We should bottle water and be like, yo, my wife washed her face with Ghana water.
Oh my God, don't wash your face with Ghana. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you messed up.
Yeah, that would be the shortest video because I don't.
They're like, is the glow toxic? Why is she glowing?
I don't do anything special, so that would be a very short video. I'm not sure. Thank you though. I appreciate that.
You are just a natural beauty. You would just wake up like that.
Thanks. I love how your face afterwards was like.
And then I put my contacts in. No. All right.
No comment. I'm not going to.
I don't wear contacts.
I'm not going to come back with how you look in the morning either, okay? So let me just put that out there. Anyway, Tony, do you see that comment for you?
Oh, not leaving until he has no choice or good reason. Absolutely. No choice. I have no choice but to leave. That's
the only thing that's going to get you out. Someone just joined and they want to know if we're leaving Ghana. I've left.
Yeah.
But I'll be back.
I don't know. So I'm happy here. I'm very, very happy here.
Oh. Cheyenne says it's the truth. She hasn't worn cosmetics in 3 years. That's the ticket, right? That's the ticket. Yeah. Okay, we do have some questions. So we are going to burn through some of our questions here, Tony, that people have sent in and let's see how those go.
Drop a comment below and let us know what you think.
I've got to update the graphics on the live.
Little kid.
He's so cute though, wasn't he? You don't even look like that.
Little kid, you just come to the house and play with the boys. I'm like, wait, that is the boy. Never mind.
Yes, that grown man there. Okay, so here's our questions. Do you know anything about the northern region of Ghana, Tony?
I know that's where the Ashanti region is, and that's about all I know.
We've been there before. We've traveled up to Tamale, so we have ventured up into the northern region. What I always find really interesting is how different all the areas of Ghana are. So like if you're in the north, the south, the east, the west, it's like being in 4 different places. For a country so small, there's just a lot of variety of environment, of climate, of setting. So mountains, northern region, very arid and dry, lake region, city, you got it all. Here's another one. Bio says, is it possible to get a US-based job in Africa? If so, I'll pack my bags tomorrow.
A US-based, not really. You work remote?
Yeah, if you're remote, absolutely. There are a few companies that do have.
They're setting up here, yeah.
Right. Like somebody actually dropped in the comments that they just got a job with Delta. Right. Yeah. And they're super excited. So, I mean, there are US-based companies that do have positions that include being Ghana-based, but they're harder to find and sometimes you have to work a little bit before you can request it.
Yeah.
Here you go, Tony.
What Ghanaian food do you eat? Why do people want to know what I eat?
They want to make sure you're okay. They're checking on you.
I eat a lot of rice.
You eat too much rice. Ugh, that's the Southern boy in you. That has nothing to do with being in Ghana. That is you as a Southern boy.
I like rice. I grew up eating rice. I eat a lot of rice, so I'll eat all the jollof rice you got. Outside of that, what do we eat?
The boys, I think the top choices for the boys, if you're traveling here and you're trying to figure it out, light soup with like a fish or, you know, even chicken if you want to. Peanut stew is always a top one. I think the third one for the boys, what do you think that they prefer? Like a ground nut stew or a curry? Those are kind of like, so there's lots of stews and things that you can eat. Those are probably the favorite. And then don't forget, you have to have bofrot. You have to have fried plantain. Like, yes, those are like.
Get some wache, the okra stew.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one too.
Tilapia and banku.
Some endomi. Oh yum.
Yes, I mean, real food, man.
There's a lot of food.
What kind of food do you eat over in America? What kind of American food you eat? You eat pizza? That's Italian. Okay.
We eat lots of cheese. Everything is
like,
fried.
We try to know that's Chinese food. Chinese food. Try to.
All right. That's why you like it here. Is Afrochella an annual event?
Yes, it happens. It's like the last week of December. It's lit too.
I heard Afrochella is having a problem because they're not allowed to use Afrochella because of Coachella.
No, the cella is the thing that's in question because Coachella is saying, "Oh, they're trying to seem like they're related to us."
Ooh, that sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to know. How about this one? Valerie says, "Did you guys go to Global Citizen? Did YouTube invite you all?"
We did not get invited by YouTube, and we did not go.
I was like, wow, why do I hear that YouTube was inviting people?
Yeah, it's like, how are the YouTubers that are here not invited, but the YouTubers who are not here get flown in? Interesting. So I don't really, YouTube does. I don't know.
I don't know how that was managed or who managed it.
Right. So
for future reference, Tony is in Ghana and would love to attend such events.
Y'all gotta pay me. I'm joking.
Okay. Daryl, do you use your U.S. cell phones or did you buy new ones and how much were they?
I use my U.S. cell phone.
Yeah, you just pop in a new SIM card, so U.S. cell phone. Or if you want to use your U.S. number while you're here, check out in our description box. We use Google Fi, and it allows you to do international travel. And then it also works when you're back in the States. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds with the same SIM card. That's always a good one. But your phones, you just bring them. Tony, you bought a new phone there. How much was it?
I bought a new phone. The new phone I got,
No, you had a Vivo phone. You bought your Vivo phone.
Yeah. No. I never heard of Vivo before, but it worked pretty good. I mean, it's still working very well. But
it was like a couple $100, right? Like in with the exchange rate and everything else, it was like $200 or $190.
No, was it? I think it's like $100.
Okay, well, either way, when I come back,
ones with a bigger memory, they had some you get for like 60. The exchange rate was like $60. So
I can tell you that the one thing that people request the most that I bring back when you go back and forth is cell phones. So if you can bring one from the States unlocked, that's probably your best bet. Would you agree?
Yeah, we get that a lot.
T-Temp, how much is your dress? I assume it was an Alpha Afrique dress because that's what we wear every time we do a live. And they are roughly like, 300 Ghana cedis. What is the exchange rate right now?
Wow. My shirts are usually like around 150, 150
Well,
CDs.
it's a whole dress, Tony. It's a top and a bottom.
I guess. Was
So
the
it's like,
exchange rate? Thursday it was 13.82. I didn't look today, but Thursday it was 13.82.
oh my
I
God.
looked. Yeah, I know.
Okay. We recently did a video in the market, and a lot of people were freaked out about seeing meat on a wooden board
Yeah.
with no refrigeration, or that glass thing that they put up in front of the meat department in the States is not there.
We get so conditioned to thinking that this is the only way coming from America. You say, "Oh, this is the only way it's supposed to be done. You got to do it like this." Like people have been doing it the other ways for years and years and years and centuries,
Yeah.
and just
I thought
there's
that
other.
was really interesting. So they want to know how you deal with the market smells. Eh?
You walk around like this.
Oh, don't do that. It's the scent of Africa. You just get used to it. It's not that big a deal. And there were a lot of people who were very worried that we kept our eggs without
Yeah.
refrigeration. So here's a question from
Yeah.
Gloria.
See, the eggs and that you're used to in the United States, they go through a cleaning process and they strip part of the egg off, and the egg itself is not like how do you say, a solid surface. It's actually like
Porous.
it's porous. So when you wash it off, you wash off the protection of the egg. So that's why the eggs in the States have to be refrigerated. And the
Right.
States eggs here don't have to be because they don't wash the protection layer off. When
They don't
and
wash anything off. When I get my eggs, they still got feathers and stuff on.
it's still bird, it's still chicken poop on them eggs. I'm like, damn.
But
Yeah, so
what's really interesting is there's a lot of European countries that
that
don't do it either. So like their eggs are also on the counter. So it's not
so
just an African thing.
we need to get that conditioned mind thinking behind. So, oh, this is a different way of doing it.
Right.
Leave it at that. Like, oh, I can't believe you're not doing it like this. This is how you're supposed to be doing it. No.
Well, and it's interesting because I think that's part of the benefit of traveling internationally is that you can get this different perspective and really start to think about what it is. Like for example, Ghana imports candies from not just the United States, but other countries. And so we've purchased American candy, like I'm trying to think of something like Skittles or M&Ms, and it actually came came out of Europe, and it doesn't taste the same.
It doesn't taste the same. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's sweeter. It's sweeter in the States. They put more sugar in.
And they use red dyes that are banned. They use some dyes that are banned in other countries. So when you get the non-American version, it's not how you think it should be because it's not Americanized. So travel, you get some real eye-opening perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
true. When the finance minister leaves office, Tony's going to be in charge.
They don't
Tony?
want me.
No?
No. We'll just be watching the World Cup with the club. Thank you, sir.
Fetching water describes the potholes.
Oh, that's serious. They really are.
Comparing the reintroduction video to the old ones, the boys have really changed. Yes.
Yeah, they're actually young men. Yeah, boys are grown. They need jobs if you hire them.
Yeah, no kidding. Is this a split screen? I guess Tony was commissioned by his family to get to the US for a bit. They don't. This person is not a regular watcher.
You just came in to the conversation. My wife left me.
Tony is never going to leave Ghana unless he has to. Unless a man in a uniform with a very large gun, taser.
Y'all gonna see me. Y'all gonna see me in a video with a big old lump on my head. I'm swollen lip and busted nose. They're like, Tony, you They kicked you out of Ghana, huh? I'm like, yeah, they kicked me out. Kicked me out fighting, screaming. I wasn't even, they had to kick me out. That's, you see me with a big old lump on my head and bust a lip? Just know
That
they
was it.
kicked me out. They kicked me out.
Somebody says they're laughing at my facial expressions, and also that the rate as of today was 14.
1405. So yeah, so it went a
14.
little bit across the.
Okay, so we told someone earlier we were going to come back to this because, it's a big topic that's going on right now. Is the dollar too strong?
Yes.
The dollar is killing the local economy in Ghana. I mean, not like killing in a slow death, but like killing, like it's hurting local people. It's hurting the local markets. Kumasi market is going to close down, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
like in
hurting.
protest.
Yeah, it's hurting relationships because I'm offended by having to pay in dollars here in Ghana. It's like, yo, man, that's not cool. You're Ghanaian. You should want to get paid in cedis.
Nobody wants to take your CDs right now.
And
They
I think,
do that for $1.
and I think if that was regulated more, the CD would be stronger. That dollar influence wouldn't be as strong here. But
I just saw an article talking about how there was a very large rush when it hit that 13. The dollar, like people came rushing back in with dollars, like, okay, this might be as good as it gets. It's crazy. It's up to 14, but I've heard forecasts that they are anticipating 15.
Yeah.
Before the end of the year. So.
Before the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is too strong, and it's unfortunate that people here are taking advantage of the system and actually making it worse.
So I know the big thing that we talk about a lot is that when workers agree on their salary and the salary is not really adjusted when things like this happen there. So, we've got people who are working for 350 CDs a month. And at one point, that 350 CDs a month was 3 times as valuable as it is now in terms of the exchange rate and in terms of the buying power that it had in just like 6 months. So,
and just to give people an example, Frytol, the cooking oil here, like a bottle of this, like or a liter bottle was like 25 CDs, 3 months ago. That same bottle is like 60 CDs today. So eggs,
I saw that the big jug is 1,000 CDs right now. Is that right?
Frytol, the biggest one, I don't know how much it is.
That's crazy.
The eggs, they went from a year ago. What was it a year ago? Like 17, 20 CDs?
Yep, 16 or 17 for what is it? Two dozen?
2.5 dozen.
2.5 dozen.
Yeah, and now it's like 50 CDs for that same.
It went up to 50. Oh my gosh! I haven't been gone that long. What?
And rice. Oh my goodness, rice. Rice is going up.
Well, and what's really interesting is that, and I just read another article, I'm still trying to keep up with everything that's going on over there. So I just read another article that was talking about all of the manufacturing that Nkrumah tried to set up when he was in charge, and how, kind of 5 big industries that have gone to the wayside and closed down and never reopened. One of them was a tomato processing plant. One of them was a sack processing plant that made sacks for the cocoa beans. That was all done domestically. Anyway, they listed out several kind of industry that was once here that's gone now, and that is outsourced internationally now and not done domestically. And so when these dollar spikes happen, there's no domestic production. And so all of these things that are imported do kind of get imported in dollars, because that's kind of the global, how things are done globally. Right. And then Ghana can't compete. Like it's like they can't buy the things they need in order to, because they don't make anything. I mean, they don't.
Yeah,
That's not true.
they
They make
have
things.
everything. They don't produce anything. You know,
The manufacturing is so scaled down here. Anyway.
yeah.
Well, so I think the dollar is definitely an issue. The economy here, I think, is still struggling. Or I say here, the economy in Ghana is still struggling. I'm still talking like I'm there, Tony. I'm not there, but hey.
You coming back? You coming back? I'm gonna send SEAL Team 6 after you.
They'll
Yeah.
find me at McDonald's with the boys.
Oh, like, yo, go to the Culver's. She's there getting cheese curds.
That's totally true. By the
Yeah.
way, I just want you to know the woman you dropped off at the airport is not going to be the one that comes back, because I've been eating, babe. I think I put on like 50 pounds since I've been here. It's just like everything is so good. Sorry. You love me no matter what, right?
Guy who dropped you off won't be the same guy, because I ain't been eating nothing. I'm like, man, food don't even taste right with my wife not around.
Aww.
To be honest, I went to where'd I go to? I don't know if I should say the name, but I took we went shopping. We're in a breed. Went to the place I usually go to eat, and
Yes.
the chicken was not. I think it was like
that big old thing of chicken with that's good. Stop. Every time you've eaten it, it's been good.
It was, you know, I think because we were there early, it was like the night before's chicken that they had, and they just warmed it up.
Well,
I was not impressed. I was like, huh.
That could be. Well, so we're getting ready to wrap up here. What are the plans? Tony, what are the plans?
The plans are, if you're not here in 24 hours, SEAL Team 6 will be infiltrating all of Wisconsin looking for you, bringing your behind back here to Ghana where you belong with my boys. That's the plan.
Well, so that's not going to happen. We're not going to be back for a few more weeks.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a few
more next week.
Nope. A few more weeks yet. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right, I guess.
And then I'm only in town for a few months. Then I'm traveling again for work. So I'm leaving you the boys.
One away trip at a time. Don't be there. Then I'm leaving again. Woohoo!
So yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Okay, well, so don't forget to join Tony for game night, November 19th. The information.
You better be here for game night. People are like, I ain't coming if she ain't gonna be there. She's gonna be there.
The information for this event are in our closed Facebook group. You can find the details for that listed below in the description box. Otherwise, you can just search Expat Life Ghana Facebook group, because we were so creative. So you can get the details for this event.
Yeah. I forgot the Spotted.
Oh no. Do you have them handy?
I'm trying to think.
You don't have them handy.
One person, and I know who it is. Ella Duncor.
Oh yeah, she's an OG. Yeah, hey Ella.
Yeah. What was crazy was I was doing the airport pickup, right? And she came up to me. She's like, "Oh, hey, Tony." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I thought she was somebody else I was coming to pick up. I'm like, "What's this woman coming from behind me?" And she's supposed to be coming out the doors. I'm like, "All right." And she's no, I'm Ella from the group. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, Ella from the group. See, but that's why it's so important to be inside of our closed Facebook group, so that you can connect with folks just like you, including Miss Ella.
Yeah, so it was nice to meet her. So hey, Miss Ella, it was nice, thank you. And then she sent us pictures. She's like, "You mind I take a picture?" I don't know, take pictures. And then she sent me pictures like, "Hey, remember we took pictures of that." So
Well,
there's other.
join for game night. The meet and greets are always so much fun because we get such an interesting cross section of people who live here or who are just visiting or who, just arrived. So it's always fun. People will come in from Cape Coast and Kumasi and stay over. And you're saying the place that you're having at this time has rooms available. If you want to stay over, you can. So you can enjoy all the festivities all night long. Tony, it's going to be a party, huh?
Gonna be a party, y'all. Woo, woo.
All right, it's gonna be a party, y'all.
I'm looking forward to it. They have small chops and drinks.
Yep,
Fun.
cash bar. So don't forget, come bring your wallet.
Soul Train line. That's how I was. We're gonna have social.
You mentioned the Soul Train line again. You gonna wear your knee brace? You gonna be okay? Soul Train line.
Oh, my knee brace. I'm dance. I'm bring back the Rip Rod.
I can't wait.
I would say the Running Man, but it's gonna be the Walking Fast Man.
For those of you who are planning a trip to Ghana soon, don't forget to book your tour with Expat Life Ghana. We have day trips, airport pickups, and full service tours, as well as accommodations at the Airbnb. So check out everything that we have to offer at expatlifeghana.com.
That's funny. I usually say that, and I don't have the in front of me.
It's okay. And then once again, thanks to the folks over at Alpha Afrique. We appreciate your support. And if you're looking for clothes, just like what we have on today, as well as what we wear in our other live events, please check them out at Instagram at Alpha Afrique. Yes. Mm.
Yes, very nice. Looking nice. Look at you.
Make sure you hit the like button and the notification bell so you can join us every month when we go live the last Friday. I like our lives. They're always fun, right?
I do too. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. It was definitely a pleasure. And Ricky Morrison, tomorrow, 10 a.m., Starbites, East Legon. See you there.
Well, you're going to have like 85 people over there.
Well, you're paying right, Rick. Because my wife is spending all our money buying our kids ice cream and Cheetos for breakfast while I'm broke right now, man.
You have not looked at the credit card statement lately, have you? You haven't looked at the credit card? Where did I see somebody making a comment here? Wait, let me see. The prices in the States are skyrocketing, and she is right. That credit card, I think the stripe done wore out on it because I've been like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, that don't sound good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, the 20-liter Fronto is over 1,000 CDs. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. The big one.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yes. It's they were talking about the Frytol, the gas, and one more thing have seen like exponential increases. Like, is something wrong?
Yeah, we're gonna have to start stocking our shelves, hoarding food.
Well, do you know what's interesting is a while back I thought they used the red oil, the palm oil. So I wonder if like this, by having gone to Frytol, which is mostly imported, if like this, there will be a push to go back to palm oil instead, which is more of a local type thing. So very interesting. Teresa, I am back in the States. Thank you.
Oh, my.
That tomato factory? Yes.
Yeah, where's Ayo? Just joined you. She left me, Makia. She left me.
Tony's holding on by the fingernails. Yep.
I don't have many. You see,
Tamara wants to know, do I want to stay in the U.S.?
Do you? No, she does not. Thank you.
I want to stay wherever Tony is because I actually kind of like him. Like, not all the time. Like, sometimes I want to kill him, but mostly I like him. So
she don't mean that, y'all. She loves me. She just wants to be around me. She's brokenhearted right now without me.
Babe,
that's a front. Big old pretty smile. That's a front. She's really crying inside. Look at her fighting back the tears, y'all. She fighting back the tears. It's a front. Stop looking so happy.
Does that look? Wait, I'm.
I keep, and people wondering why I keep like doing this because I have the camera right over your face, so I'm talking right to you. So to actually see your face, I have to do like this and look around the camera. So
Tony, I miss you. I love you.
yeah, I do too. Because if you were here, this would have been set up
Way better.
like, yo,
Ah.
camera right in the middle where you want to look. Dumb.
Yeah,
I'm not the
crazy.
computer stuff. I'm sorry, but I can build your house with like duct tape and a hammer. I really can.
For real, and that is so true. You can't. So you better get out there to wherever it is that property is and go start building me my house. When I get back, I want it done.
Oh yeah, I heard that you come back to our house. I heard you.
Somebody says I've watched you for a few years. Been an inspiration. Ayo may not. Ayo, this may not be the time to return to the U.S. Politically, things are a little crazy. Okay, so here's my one last story. I have to tell you one last story about my stateside adventures here. We were driving to this corn maze, which, as you would imagine, would be in the middle of farmland, Wisconsin, because that's where they put corn mazes. So, we've got a whole car full of minorities, and we're driving, and it's like the signs on the sides of barn. It's amazing what you can put on the side of a barn in Wisconsin. And the political signs are all out because it is just election wall to wall here. That's all they are talking about. So we're driving, and lots of very interesting signs that make you wonder where you are and if you should turn around.
Wow.
And my sister points out this sign coming, right? This sign is coming. She's like, oh, look, a Biden sign. And we get closer and it says, Biden sucks. And we're like, oh, so close. Go back to being frightened. Anyway, just had to tell you, political strife here is real and very divided and a little worrisome.
Well, all the more reason to be here.
Yes. We've got a couple more comments and then we're going to head on out. Great answer on my part. Behind every great man is a greater woman.
Yep, absolutely.
We've got someone who's watching from New York, wondering if I am in the U.S. I am.
Yep, she loves.
And they like to think that beside every great man is a great woman, but also, isn't it that close by every great woman is a really great man holding her purse? Is that how that? I felt like that was. Is that not how the?
Well, you'll be sitting alone because I don't hold purses. And baby, thank you for that. Thank you for saving my dignity and not having me hold the purse.
I'm so curious. I'm going to try every time we go out from here on out. I'm going to see if you'll hold. You've never held my purse. Baby, why would you hold my purse?
My hands don't fold that way. The whole purse is like, hold the purse. How you hold the purse? I'm like,
oh, you're so crazy, Tony.
Anyway, yep. It is about that time, everybody. We thank you all for coming out, and I had fun. You had fun.
I had fun. This is the longest we've spoken since I've been gone, so this has been great for me.
I know. That's why I'm like.
You don't want to hang up. You don't want to end it. We have to go.
We'll give you 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more.
No, 2 more minutes. It's time. You need to go to sleep. But I love you.
Yeah, I got a 10 o'clock appointment. Starbites, East Lego, Ricky. See you there. And with that, Charlie out for now.